So Mass Effect Andromeda is quickly approaching, and there's a lot that I want the game to offer to compare to the original trilogy. Now thankfully a lot of my wishes on my list were confirmed through interviews and gameplay footage, but there's still a few more things that haven't been shown that I hope the game either adds or gets right. So here's my short list on what I hope the new Mass Effect Andromeda includes. Number 1. The Mass Effect trilogy had a ton of characters that you interacted with while traveling the galaxy, and the Andromeda sequel plans to be even more diverse with new aliens to meet. Now the trilogy did a good job in creating a good cast of characters on your team and on the field that felt human and made me feel empathy towards, but there were a handful of NPCs that straight, for lack of better words, sucked. Now, I'm sure Andromeda will have its fair share of lackluster characters in the world, because I mean, you can't get every character perfect, but I'm hoping that the new characters in the game and on your team can feel important and unique enough from the originals to set the game apart and not just a rehash. Number 2. Now, I'm not going to lie, even though I love the original trilogy, the Mako scenes were never my favorite parts, especially on higher difficulties. Thankfully, we get a new vehicle in the game to traverse the new worlds, and I've heard positive reception from the developers in interviews, but until I can play it with my own hands, I'm still crossing my fingers. Now, if they can get the vehicle controls down right, this could drastically change the freshness of exploring new worlds and make vehicle battles something that I look forward to instead of dreading. Number 3, and last but certainly not least, more interesting planets to visit. If you're going to be a space cowboy, you need awesome planets to well ransack and interact with. The trilogy did a good job for the most part in offering varied primary planets and stations where you can see how everyone in the future deals with their free time, but there wasn't much variety in the other planets outside of those core ones where you travel to collect resources. You may get your occasional raider mission, but outside of that, a lot of the regular worlds outside of the core were just plain. I would love if Andromeda added in even more variety and things to do in these outside planets and make it fun to collect resources while also bringing about fresh objectives and missions to do on a majority of those planets instead of just the same thing. Seeing the new large enemy in a desert-like planet got me excited in the gameplay trailers, so I'm hoping they expand on that and give us something fresh to experience while we're outside of the core planets. So those are my top 3 things on my wish list for Andromeda. Based on the current footage and interviews, it's looking like it may hit all of my marks, but I'll have to wait to play the game myself to know for sure. Thanks guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to always stay updated on the gaming news, and be sure to check out my new website at theindigoreviews.com if you prefer reading your news.